Good morning, Parkland. Today is Wednesday, April 10th, 2013. Okay, so today is supposed to be almost 90 degrees. Somehow we skipped spring and went straight to summer. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic in which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated. Did you know that on this day in 1953, the first 3D movie was shown? Here's a brief video showing you how 3D works.
In the past few years, 3D movies have made a tremendous comeback. Last year alone, movie studios put out more than 40 3D films or re-releases, compared with only one 3D movie as recently as 2008. 3D movies create an immersive experience for the audience. Images appear to fill the empty space between the moviegoers and the screen, often with startling results. All of them rely on your brain's binocular vision system, which takes 2D images from each eye and combines them in a way that lets you perceive depth and distance. Let's take these colorful cardboard glasses that most people associate with 3D movies. Each pair has one red lens and another that's cyan. The red lens lets one eye see only red images. The cyan lens picks up only bluish-green images. On screen, you're presented with two slightly offset images that were filmed separately. One is red, the other is cyan. When you're wearing your 3D glasses, each eye sees only one of those images. Your brain takes the information from the red image and from the cyan image and puts it together to create a three-dimensional picture. A more recent approach to making 3D movies is to use polarization rather than color separation. A typical polarization technique is to have two synchronized projectors hit the screen at slightly different angles. To get the 3D effect, you put on a pair of glasses that have polarizing lenses, which look way cooler than the colorful cardboard glasses. Each lens allows images from only one of the projectors through to each eye. Again, your brain fuses together the separate images to create the perception of depth on screen. So the next time you're enjoying a big-budget Hollywood blockbuster, you know a little bit more about how that 3D magic was created. For Scientific American's Instant Egghead, I'm Larry Greenmeyer.
Now for some school news. The Builders Club is meeting tomorrow and they will be selling snacks after school in the cafeteria for you to enjoy.
Just a reminder for students interested in volleyball, there will be a meeting today in 2009.
Get your superhero on this Friday by dressing up like your favorite superhero. You can't wear any masks though, so be creative with your costume.
Students interested in working with Miss Wallace for the NASA Storytelling at Dramatics Art Festival need to turn in their permission slips to their science teacher or Miss Bartlow by tomorrow. The first rehearsal is tomorrow in 2032.
Attention 6th and 7th graders. Lego League is now open for new members to come and learn about the competition and work with robots beginning tomorrow. Please pick up a permission form from Ms. Benson in 10:15 today and bring it signed to the first meeting on Thursday.
Now, an important announcement about a contest happening at Parkland. The Earth Day contest is open to all students. You need to create a video or photo story or prezi or song explaining the importance of keeping our Earth clean. Your entry should be creative and use at least 3 ways to explain how to keep the Earth clean. If you're creating a video, it can't be any longer than 3 minutes. Entries are due by April 17th in Ms. Keller's Period 1 hand-in folder. See Ms. Keller or Ms. Gilchrist for more information. Wish these students a happy birthday today.
As the days are warming up, we are about to get millions of visitors from another world on the East Coast, cicadas. Here's a video about these remarkable creatures.
It's the arrival of an insect that knows how to create a buzz. In one of nature's great mysteries, the brood-tooth cicadas are expected to appear en masse along the East Coast this spring, a ritual nearly 2 decades in the making.
Brood 2 is a periodic cicada that hatches out every 17 years.
Craig Gibbs is an entomologist at the Wildlife Conservation Society's Queens Zoo in New York.
The specific thing about these 17-year cicadas is that they're going to be a very dark colored body. They have really bright red eyes, and they also have bright red wing veins.
The cicadas spend nearly their entire lives underground, feeding off the roots of trees. They go through 5 stages before reappearing above ground and are found anywhere from North Carolina through New England.
What will happen is the nymphs will come up and they will shed their nymphal skin and they'll crawl up into the trees, and they'll take about 5 days to harden, and then they'll start for the next 4 to 6 weeks calling and looking for mates.
New York's Staten Island Museum has been celebrating cicadas since 1881 and currently has an exhibit honoring the return of the 17-year cicada.
So I've had reports of people finding them under flat rocks and things over the last week or so. So they're near the surface, but still not warm enough for them to emerge yet.
This year, their return is forecasted sometime between mid-April and late May, when residents will be bombarded with millions of cicadas per square mile.
Once the ground temperature gets to be about 64 degrees, that's when they start emerging.
They're harmless to both trees and humans, except
It'll be noisy. There's no getting around the noise. And again, that's just the males looking for females.
So what's noisy to a human is actually a mating call.
Yeah, what's noisy to a human is the sound of love to another cicada.
if this particular love song is not music to your ears, after about a month, the cicadas will disappear again until 2030. For CBS This Morning Saturday, Magali Laguerre-Wilkinson, New York.
47 days left. We can make it.
Make sure you're keeping up on all of your work, but also having fun outside.
We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
My heart's a stereo. It beats for you, so listen close. Hear my thoughts in every note.